come to me. Mighty God Killer.
Wow! Wow! Holy! Wow! Okay. I am almost at a loss for words. Wow. So let's just take a moment here and try and condense my thoughts.
Stars rest in silence.
That story was arguably the best story told in Wuthering Waves up until this point. I thought 2.0 was phenomenal. I thought 2.0 was going to be the peak of Wuwa's storytelling until potentially the end of the 2.x series and then the introduction of the 3.x series. Boy, was I taken by surprise. I did not expect this. I genuinely had no idea a minor, shorter patch would actually somehow eclipse the incredible story that was 2.0. I don't know if you guys feel this way. You're more than welcome to let me know if you feel differently. 2.2 was better than 2.0. There's no denying that. The animations were better. The storytelling was arguably, I think Nikke has the best storytelling in Gacha. This right here, this proves me wrong. 2.2 is one of the best told stories that I have ever seen in a Gacha game. It has the most beautiful areas, regions, environments. I about lost it with how stunning that distorted world was. Even leading into the tower, my God, the voice acting was mind-blowing. Oh my God, Cardathea, Cantarella, Fleur-de-Lis, even the Imperator, dude, they absolutely killed it. They brought so much raw emotion to their characters. Without that level of voice acting, if they had the same voice acting from 1.0, it would not have hit the same. They somehow managed to bring so much power and feeling to their characters. It was just absolutely incredible. And then the music, I know you guys expected this because you had already played it and experienced it yourself. But for the first time, when you guys had seen it and played it and experienced it last night, just like I did 3 minutes ago, I bet you guys lost your absolute minds like I just did. Oh my God, even before the climax at the end, right? With the insane anime-esque conclusion that happened without spoiling anything. Even disregarding that insane soundtrack. Everything in the tower, everything going on in the cutscenes, there was so much emotion that was poured into and that was just exuded from the game, from the storytelling, just purely as a direct result of the music. The music, once again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but everything in 2.2, the characters, the voice acting, the environments, the storytelling, the music, everything in 2.2 was actually better than 2.0. And people lost it when they played 2.0. They thought they expressed vocally across social media, wow, 2.0 is actually a really good game. There are people saying that, Honkai's Star Rail with its storytelling should do what Wuthering Waves did in 2.0. There were people saying they left Genshin to play Wuwa in 2.0 because of how good it was. And then in 2.2, with a minor patch, they managed to make something even better. I don't know how it's possible. I do not know how they're gonna actually manage to top this. I didn't know how they were gonna top 2.0. When they introduced Cardathea at the end of 2.0, I thought to myself, oh, she looks very cool, you know, very interesting character. And then 2.1 happened. It was a fun patch. And then 2.2 happened, and they just blew every expectation I had out of the water. Like, there was just nothing anyone said in chat, either during or leading up to the climax there, could have prepared me for not only what I was going to experience at every juncture between beginning, middle, and end, and what happened in the climax as a whole. Again, they stressed that this was a shorter patch, and it's going to be a shorter patch. But holy crap. In your guys' opinion, and I am curious to hear from you guys, would there be anything in this patch that you would change? For me personally,
rest in silence.
Not at all. If I had to rate this patch, if the entire game were of this caliber, I would say Wuthering Waves is the best gacha game to have ever existed. I don't think that's the case, but if they can maintain this level of quality moving into the future, it's gonna happen. Like, there's no doubt in my mind, it is gonna happen. If they manage to somehow do something even better than 2.2 with the anniversary event, with 2.4, with whatever the final patch of the 2.x series is, and they manage to make a 3.0 that makes 2.0 look like 2.0 made 1.0 look, people are gonna say, Genshin what? People are gonna say, you know, Arknight's Ananta Neverness to Treasure Premilia what? No. This right here, man. They are impressing their players, yes. They are producing something that no other gacha game can keep up with. That's it. Yeah, Papa Tez, I couldn't stop playing it either. It was just absolutely enthralling. This was 4 hours almost straight. 4 hours straight. For every patch I've done from 1.0 through 2.1, there have always been lull periods, right? Where you're like, okay, this is dragging on a little bit. We're spending a lot of time with exposition. There's a lot of walking from point A to point B. There's points you just, you know, you want to skip. Not in this one, in 2.2. For almost an entire 4 hours, or potentially more. You are absolutely engaged and enthralled. You are entirely captivated. There isn't a single moment that you want to ignore, you want to skip, you want to bypass, because it is just that good. I would genuinely rate this 10 out of 10. 100%. You sure you can't leave the stream? It was that good? The good ad was character banner for Cardathea. Yeah, no. I think with and because I'm gonna upload this VOD to YouTube, so I don't want to spoil anything for anyone that's gonna watch it on YouTube, but I do genuinely hope that with Cardathea's banner, or with Cardathea's character, as there's a playable character, her ult form allows her to turn into what we saw during the story. I think, and this is a brief spoiler, with Cardathea rather, I think allowing her to transform into Fleur-de-Lis, kind of like how Changli, right, has that alternate form where her clothes burn, she gets like the band around her eyes. I think it would be an incredible addition to an already insane character. Now this, similar to Camellia, yeah, because Camellia's hair changes, right? So like Camellia, like Changli, they have alternate forms. I think Cardathea having Fleur-de-Lis as an alternate form would be insane, incredible. That right there. The red 10 out of 10 good score will make you regret it with a patch or two later. I am okay with that. 2.3 isn't going to be a 2.2 patch, okay? Not at all. No way. But, that being said, I have incredibly high hopes and expectations for the next main story part. And, all I can say is, wow.
Rest in silence.
Genuinely bravo to Kudo for this. They made something that was emotional. They made something that was impactful. They made something that was engaging, that enthralled you, that captivated you, that left you wanting more, that was beautifully animated, beautifully told, beautifully voice acted. There wasn't a single thing in there that I could criticize, other than the fact that we can't play as Cardathea right fucking now. And the fact that I lost my 50-50 to Cantarella again. I just want to win a 50-50 one time in this fucking game, dude. Oh.
Rest in silence.
Man.
Awaiting their fated
I don't know, anyone that says that this patch wasn't a good patch must have the most ridiculously high standards. Because can't wait to see best storytelling in Gacha and CC's next videos. No, I'm just gonna upload this video. I'm gonna upload this VOD. I'm gonna say, this is the best patch yet. That's it. I'm gonna be completely blunt, completely honest. This was absolutely flawless. I don't know how they're gonna improve. I've been praising it for almost 10 minutes. That's how you know it's serious. I had to. I've never, in the almost year of playing this game, been left this hyped or excited or just, you know, happy with the state that the game is in. It's that simple. Like, at the end of the day, it was just that good. It deserves praise, deserves attention, deserves recognition. That's it. It was that freaking good. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna wanna.